Hey guys, it's Riley Stuffed over on Instagram and Poshmark, and today I have a BINS haul for you. So if you do not know who I am a full-time reseller over on Poshmark, and I am currently only selling on Poshmark. So all the stuff you're going to see is going to be listed and hopefully sold on Poshmark. Normally I come to you with a Goodwill outlet haul that is not processed, meaning I just got home and I'm just showing you everything as I'm like taking it out of my car basically. But this is actually about 2 weeks old, so I did process everything, meaning I cut tags off if there were tags, and I inventoried everything in my spreadsheet and calculated my cost of goods. And for this trip, my cost of goods was $1.35 per item. And I got, I'm pretty sure like right on the dot, like 75 pounds. So this is like a 75-pound Goodwill outlet haul. Let's just get into it. Now, first I'm gonna show you some items I grabbed for buy, sell, trade. I found a good pile of kids clothes today, but not really any for women / Buffalo Exchange or anything. So I'm probably not gonna show you each item. Oh, actually, maybe first we'll start. I got this hat for myself, which is awesome because as I'm filming this, it is the first snow of the season here in Chicago. This is just a Wild Fable hat. I know some people are like, you girls' hat at the BINS lice, but guess what? This has been sitting in my basement for 2 weeks. So if there were lice, there aren't anymore. They're dead. I'm not worried about that though. Also, hats can be washed. So this is for me. I just thought it was cute. And actually, while we're on the topic, these are for me, and they are also Target, just pajama bottoms, stars above. And then I realized they're size extra small, which I am not, but I feel like these look like they would fit me, and I could always use a pair of pajama bottoms. I'll show you the items I got for kids buy, sell, trade really quickly. If you're not interested in this part, I will have on the bar down below my buy, sell, trade store, clothing, and then shoes. I'd say the majority of this haul is shoes, and so I will do shoes at the end, and you can skip ahead if you'd like. So as I said, I don't calculate a cost of goods for these. I only calculate cost of goods for the items I'm going to list on Poshmark. So basically it's like free money when I take these to buy, sell, trade. I'm assuming I can get maybe $25 for everything I grabbed, although some of it's out of season. So first, here are just some brands I pick up. This is Children's Place. Boys, it's a bigger boy size. This is a Cat and Jack skirt, which is new with tags, for $18. So hopefully someone will want that. So here's some of the out of season things. I grabbed these old navy sandals. So I don't know if they'll buy these out of season or if I'll have to hang on to them. These are Baby Gap sandals. I wish I could sell these, but I just don't have much luck selling Gap kids. Again, I don't know if those will go for the season. My sister grabbed these and I didn't check them over, so I probably would have put them back there. Cat and Jack boots, the Target brand, but they just have some wear on the toes, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people I see who do the same thing as me and take BINS stuff to Once Upon a Child, they say their locations buy any shoes as well as they're like, as long as they're in like a relatively good condition. I think mine might pass on these because of the wear, and if so, I will just donate them to a homeless shelter and hopefully they can go to someone who needs them. Another out of season item, it is this Carter's girls dress. It is a bigger size, so hopefully they will grab that. And I say bigger size because I'm not a mom and I don't ever plan to be a mom, but what I hear is that big kids clothes are harder to find, especially big kids boys clothes, because they wear them out, as opposed to stuff like this where it's just a little onesie. I grabbed this because I figured it'd be a good fall one. I really loved this. Was a Kids Gap strawberry swimsuit, and I'm not sure if they're gonna grab this because of there's pilling in the butt, but I hope they do. This is Land's End, good fall skirt. Here is a like flannel kids pajama from, I'm assuming, Carter's. Yeah, 9 months. This I hope they grab. This, so that's a Kohl's brand, I believe, but it's a bigger girl's cardigan. Now this probably does weigh more, like around a pound, maybe slightly under, so I did pay like $1 for that, but it all evens out. I guess I said I was going to show you everything, but you can skip past it if you want. I grabbed this Hudson girls shirt. Now if this was like a pair of jeans, I have sold Hudson shorts I picked up at the BINS for like $10. Maybe I would list this, them if they were bottoms, like jeans, more substantial, but I'm not going to list that. Hopefully they want that. This is just a big boy's Old Navy t-shirt, so good condition. Old Navy girls athletic shorts. I actually got a good pile of kids clothes today, and I think that was it. Here's my pile of kids clothes. I would say this weighs under 10 pounds, maybe a little above 5 pounds, which means if they gave me $20 and I paid $5, that is a $15 profit. So unfortunately, there's actually not a Once Upon a Child by me, but my sister and I have, the last time we went and got all you can eat sushi while we sold clothes to the closest Once Upon a Child, which is like a half hour away, and then we went thrifting, and basically the amount I made from Once Upon a Child covered my all you can eat sushi lunch. So I grabbed just a handful of items to take to adult consignment buy sell trade stores. So these are a pair of cider pants, new with tags. This is kind of like Princess Polly, a little higher than Shein, I'm guessing, but it feels like same quality as Shein. I actually just sold a new with tags cider dress to Buffalo Exchange or Crossroads. I don't know which one took it, but hopefully they want these new with tags pants. I grabbed this loft skirt, and it is a 2 petite. So I think because of the style, I think it's so adorable. It is more mature, but I'm thinking come springtime, I might try to take that to Crossroads or Buffalo Exchange. They might buy it, you never know. If not, we'll go to like Clothes Mentor or something. And then the last item, this one is definitely for Clothes Mentor, just an Ann Taylor blouse. I wish I could sell this, but the only time I sell Ann Taylor is when it's really special dresses. And I say that and I think this is actually Ann Taylor. So I think it's now time to get into the stuff I got to resell. And yes, I did just say I don't sell Ann Taylor, which I originally grabbed this piece to take to buy sell trade, but I decided to sell it because it is Ann Taylor, but it's an extra large, like open crocheted knit, and I just figured I'd give this a chance and hopefully sell it for $14. I'm being realistic here. I don't think I can get much more than that. So then I found a piece of Madewell, and it's not a very special piece of Madewell. It's just a striped button down, but at the bins, $1.35. I mean, it weighs less than a pound by average cost of goods because I did get a lot of shoes. I hope I can sell this between $15 and $20 pretty quickly. I probably should have passed on this, but it's so hard when you're paying $1.35. It is an older Lulu's piece, and even the newer Lulu's pieces aren't doing that well for me. And so I say older Lulu's, like the font and tags on the older pieces are bigger. The newer pieces, it's the same font, but it's just a smaller tag and smaller font. So this is this a maxi or a jumpsuit? No, this is a halter neck maxi. So again, once upon a time, this probably would have sold for $25 to $35, but now I'm hoping to move it for $15, and honestly, I'll probably sit on it for a while, but for whatever reason, I couldn't leave it. Another piece maybe I should have left behind, but I'm experimenting. I decided to try it out. It is this Torrid piece, but it is an older Torrid piece, which is why I wasn't sure if I should grab it or not. If it was a newer Torrid, for sure I would. It is a size 1, and I feel like you can kind of tell by the style it's older, but I like the print. Has like, it's a floral with like a chain print. I feel like the part that dates it is this ruffle button neckline, but maybe I can sell it for $15 quickly. Then I was surprised to find this. This is why I try to look at every single item. Do you have any guesses? It is a Lululemon piece, and I don't usually find Lululemon at the bin, so I felt lucky. So I thought it was men's at first, but now I believe it's women's just because of the shape of it. Like this curved hem is more of a women's style. I did notice that it is missing some stitching down here on the hem, but I will disclose that and hopefully get like $20 for it. I have no idea. The size tag is cut out and there was not like a size on the hem, so I'll have to measure as well. Then I grabbed this bra. Bras at the bins are awesome because weight-wise, it probably cost me 10 cents, but I gotta average out my cost of goods. It is Wacoal. This is a good bra brand, especially in bigger sizes. This is an older one, and it is a strapless lace bra, so I don't know how this one will do, but I'm hoping $15 to $20. Not a clothing item, but with my clothing items, I picked up this BOC bag, and everybody was passing on it. I'm assuming because it does have some like wear scuffing on, like up here you can see, yeah, definitely over on this corner, but from far away it's still a really cute bag. And here is what BOC looks like. It is BOC by Born. It's usually, yeah, Born is on there. It's usually their cheaper line, like this might be faux leather, I don't know, I'll have to look. But with the wear, I'm hoping to get $15 to $20. Oh, awesome. This is a Lulu's piece that, again, I was like, meh, I don't know, should I pick it up? But I say awesome because this is the newer tag, so now I can show you. See how it's a thinner label with a smaller font? Yes, that's the new tag. And new as in probably a couple years old now. If I pick up Lulu's, I like to pick up their cocktail dresses, and I'd say this is more like a casual summer dress, so I would not have picked this up at a regular Goodwill, but at the bins I totally would. And you know, if I feel like I can't sell it, I could always try to take it to buy sell trade come summer. Okay, this is definitely a Bolo brand. Unfortunately, this shirt is stained, and I knew that when I picked it up, but as you can see, the print is just so funky. I figured the stains hid relatively well. So the brand is Blank London. Here's a tag if you want to give that a look. Oh my gosh, my hair. So this is sold at Anthropologie. I don't know if it's sold anywhere else. I've never found it, and it is a higher retail Anthropologie piece. So the staining is on the front hem of the shirt, but again, I don't even know if you can see it. Like, the print is so out there, it hides it pretty well. And I feel like I can't tell if the neckline has discoloration or if that is just the color of the lining showing through, which I think that might be it. So I'm not gonna list this too high. Maybe I can get 15 to 20 because of the stains. If not, I could probably get more like 25 to 30. Okay, so I grabbed this without doing any research. I just remembered I had seen this brand, Any Body, on Helpsy Source, and they were selling it like 5 pieces for $100. And so $20 a piece. I was like, gosh, that must be an expensive brand. And so I picked up this shirt and I did a little research, and it looks like it's sold on QVC. And so QVC brands generally aren't like the best brands to pick up, but I'm still gonna give this a try. I didn't check comps, but since it's a t-shirt with a tie front, I'm assuming 15 to 20. Okay, I grabbed these. These could be a questionable choice. They're Victoria's Secret Sport crown print leggings. Victoria's Secret Sport leggings don't do so great for me, but I just liked the print. And they're a size extra small, and there was, yeah, a little bit of wear on them, like on the leg here, there's some pilling. I don't know if I can get that out with my sweater shaver or not, but I'll probably try. These I don't think, again, will go for more than $15, but if I can't get them to sell, maybe I'll wear them. They are kind of gaudy, but for whatever reason, I like them. And I'm not generally an extra small, but in leggings, sometimes it can work. I found like one person's Land's End collection that they donated. And Land's End doesn't sell for a ton. I actually sold a Land's End robe for $30 the other day that I got at the bins. That was cool, but in general, Land's End doesn't sell for the most. But so as I was finding it, I found these two first, and they were both the same size floral print shirts. So I was like, okay, I can lock those up together and maybe get like 20 bucks for them. Sorry, I was looking for the brand tag to show you. So there's one. Here's the other. They're all size large. So how I calculated my cost of goods is these two for both pieces I calculated as $1.50, so basically as one item. So these will get lotted up and sold hopefully for about $20. Then I found more and I was like, okay, I'll just grab it all. I'm seeing a spot on this one. When I get home, I'll figure out what I can lot up. So this one didn't really fit in any of the lots I made. It is a fish print sleeveless button down, size 14. And the spot I'm seeing is just like right on the tip of there. There's a mark. But I'm hoping, so my cost of goods for this piece, $1.35. I'm hoping to sell it for like 14 bucks. And I could lot it up with the other stuff, but I just feel like it doesn't fit in. And then the last three pieces are all black basics. So I calculated my cost of goods for this bundle at $1.35 for the whole bundle. So this is just a Land's End black t-shirt. So if I had only found this, I would not have picked it up because that is a hard sell, being a basic t-shirt from a not too high retail brand. So this is like a sweater, short sleeve sweater from Land's End. Again, not a piece I would have picked up by itself. And a third piece I would not have picked up by itself, a Land's End black turtleneck. But what I'm going to do is just lot the three of these up, call it like a black basics shirt bundle, and maybe get $15 for it. I'm feeling weight wise, I feel like this is probably like 2 pounds. Oh, and then one of the better clothing finds for last is actually this We the Free People crochet top. And I actually got to the clothing bins like towards the end, right when maybe like, oh no, I just like snagged it a little with my finger, of course. Towards the end, maybe in the last 40 minutes before they closed. And so this was like all the stuff that was left after everybody had gone through it. So I was happy to find these clothing items. And I actually only went through like 1.5 bins maybe so of clothes. So there probably could have been way better stuff, but I just got a little bored with the clothes and went back to the shoes. That being said, we are not getting into shoes. Normally I have a couple pairs I'm really excited about, but today everything is pretty much just bread and butter, $15 to $25 sales, which I paid $1.35 per pair of shoes, so I'm pretty happy with that. So let's just get in. And of course, the first pair of shoes I see has a story behind it. So I was going through the bins, and at this location, people tend to be chattier than other ones I've gone to. And so this lady came up and started talking to me about this brand, Nun Bush, and she's like, oh my gosh, this is such a good shoe brand. She was older, maybe like 70s. She's like, this is such a good shoe brand. They started in the 80s, and then she was going on, and I was like, I'm leaving in like 20 minutes. I really want to try and go through as much as possible, but I also don't like to be rude. I know I have issues just saying no and okay, thanks to people and leaving. But so I listened to her, and then she's like, here, you have them. And I'm like, oh, thank you. And I took them and put them in my cart and just tried to get away because I had to go through shoes. And then I forgot to take them out of my cart. So I bought them. And the reason, these are pretty worn, like even on the bottoms. The brand is not that good, even though the lady told me they're amazing shoes, LOL. So I'm hoping, since I have them now, like I could just redonate them. I'm hoping I can sell them for 15 bucks. And the store tried to sell them for $8 is what I'm seeing. They are like, you can just tell, like they have so many loose threads. And so I am gonna have to like take a lighter to those and burn them off to make them look nicer. I would not have bought these if I was not distracted by this woman and trying to hurry her up so I could shop in my last 20 minutes. Okay, my sister found these natives. These look very dirty. Natives actually can go in the dishwasher, but I have never done that. I just clean them up with a magic eraser. I pick them up in pretty much any condition because I can usually get $10 to $20 for them. These ones are a little more worn. You can tell because the heels are kind of worn. I'm assuming I'll get about $10 for these, and it will take me like 10 minutes to probably clean them up with a magic eraser, which maybe isn't worth it, but I mean, I just always sell natives, so I did grab them. This is a style-based pickup. They are Y2K Old Navy heels, and this is like the epitome of my childhood. I feel like this colorway, for sure wood little sandal heels. So I don't know how these are gonna do. There are a size 10. I'm hoping to get 15 to 20 for them, and if I can't sell them, I feel like Buy Sell Trade might buy them, but not right now because they only buy in season. And as I said, it is currently snowing as I'm filming this. Some lady came and gave these to my sister while we were shopping and asked her if she wanted them. So that was very nice of her. They are crochet Ugg slippers. I don't think I've sold this style before, but they're actually in pretty good condition. The Ugg slippers at the bins are usually worn out. They were priced at the thrift at $18. They're a bigger size, or else honestly I'd probably be keeping them because I love Ugg slippers. I would assume I could get 25 to 30 on those. Another out of season piece, these are Earth Spirit shoes. These do okay, but I've actually heard that this gel run cushion footbed like does really well. The last pair I picked up, I didn't look over well enough and they were stained pretty bad, so I did have to get rid of them. So I am hoping to sell these for at least $20. Who knows if they'll sell in winter though, I don't know. So these are Keens. I've actually sold a pair of this color. I have a pair of this color listed, and now I have another one to list. And unfortunately the size is not in these ones, so Keen needs a better way to do their size. They put these little circles on the inside and oftentimes they get rubbed out. And so I have sold a lot of Keens, so I will just measure them and hopefully compare to ones I have listed and figure out what size they are. I will say, however, Keens have not been selling well for me. As I say this, I remember I just sold a pair of kids' Keen snow boots for $30 like yesterday, but these style sandals have not been selling well for me, but I can't leave them behind at the bins because I know they're good shoes. So hopefully I can start selling them, especially come spring. Another pair of shoes my sister picked up. She was actually picking up shoes to potentially take to kids consignment, and then at the end of the day she decided she didn't want to actually take them to kids consignment, so she just gave them all to me. So I didn't even go through them. Most of them I might have picked up, but others I would have passed on. These I probably would have passed on just because they look really dirty, and I know I can just throw them in the washing machine, but I don't want to. Like, I have some shoes that could go in the washing machine, so maybe I'll set these to the side, and if I have a big enough pile, I'll throw some in the washing machine. Also, they need to be magic erasered on the toes and sides just to make them look a little bit nicer. I do like the lemon print. They are a kid's size, not on the bottom. They're bigger, maybe like a 2 or a 3. They are a 13. I was totally off. I think all cleaned up they could sell for like $18 to $22 depending on how clean I get the canvas. Okay, here is a bread and butter brand. I mean, I said the dust. I said most of these are bread and butter pieces, but these are Dr. Scholl's. And I don't pick up all Dr. Scholl's, but I have found that wedge Dr. Scholl's do well for me. And these ones are a little bit smushed. I've not sold like this fleecy exterior one before. They were priced at $12 and never sold. So I grabbed them at the bins, and these do feel like a bigger size as well. So hopefully this is a good fall pickup, and I think I can sell them for around $20 to $25. Another pickup by my sister are these kids' Vans, and I'm surprised these are actually pretty clean. I don't have to do much to them. I might take a lighter just to the toe because they're a little bit pilly, and on leather shoes you can take a lighter to them and it will burn off the pills. Just be careful. They're kid size 10, and other than that, like maybe I'll take a magic eraser to the sides, but they're pretty clean. I think I could probably get $18 to $20 for these. I found these Crocs sandals, and Crocs often do well for me. These are just pretty black basic. I haven't sold this style before. They're size 8. Again, we're going out of the season, but hopefully eventually, if they do not sell in winter, I can get like 20 to 25. I feel like more like 25 in the spring. Another one of my sister's finds are these Saucony kids shoes, Velcro strap. I don't sell on eBay, so sometimes I put Velcro in my Poshmark description, but generally I still just use hook and loop strap like you would on eBay. They're not in awesome condition. They're pretty worn. I mean, the tread is like good on that. Actually, the heels are a little worn. I probably won't ask more than, I'll probably list them at 15 and expect like 10 just because of the condition. These are probably ones I would have thrown back if I had looked through my sister's finds. Another one of my sister's finds, I considered taking these to buy, sell, trade, but then I just figured I'd try them out. They're girls, Steve Madden glitter boots. They just need a little bit of magic eraser on the toe and then they'll look pretty good. I figured I can get like $15 for these is what I'm thinking, hopefully. I grabbed these BINS Komodo. I hate their logo. I could have passed on them easily because they're not in the best condition, but since I just wasn't finding anything that amazing, I decided why not add another not amazing item to my pile, because that's my BINS brain just doesn't always work. So they do have a scuff here and they have some scuffing on the heels. I think I could probably get right around $20 for these, maybe a little less actually, maybe more like 18. But again, I paid $1.35 and all of these basic bread and butter shoes at $1.35 a piece, those sales add up. Okay, I believe these were actually another reseller's throwback and I grabbed them. They're Birkenstocks and I'm assuming he threw them back because the heels are pretty worn out, but I've sold Birks in much worse condition than this for like $15. So I'm thinking after I take a magic eraser to the straps because they're a little bit dirty, and I don't clean the footbed of Birkenstocks. I know some people do. No, I just don't. They get like, people know they get the toe marks right away, so you can, and maybe you'll get a little more, but I think I can get $25 for these. Again, I got a lot. I'm not surprised I got a lot of sandals going into fall and winter because there's more competition looking for boots in the fall and winter season. And then in the spring and summer, I get a lot of boots because there's more competition looking for sandals. So it's a trade-off. Here is a pair of boots though. I actually just talked about this in a last chance video I posted. This brand Lifestride, it is actually sold at Nordstrom, but it's just not a high retailing brand. I'm guessing these retailed for like $85, which is not cheap, but I like to grab shoes with a retail generally over $100. And the quality, like the materials I use just feel cheaper. I'm assuming these are generally sold at like DSW, but all that to say, I picked these up because I'm pretty sure I was watching a Becky Park video where she sold a pair of Lifestride shoes for like 30 bucks, maybe like 25 to 30. And I was like, that's my BINS range. Like if I can grab these for under $2 and sell them for that, I'd be super happy. So these are in good condition. They do feel like faux suede and they were priced at $10, but I got them for whatever I just said, $1.35. And I have had problems getting silver, I'm assuming Sharpie, off the bottoms of shoes. Sometimes it comes off, but other times I can't get, like acetone doesn't take it off. If it's a leather bottom, you can sand it off with sandpaper, but honestly, I've just gotten lazy if I can't get it off and I'll just leave it on there, especially because it like 100T, like people probably, if they're not a reseller brain, they're probably just like, huh, that's strange, and they don't think about it because there's like a T at the end of it. If it was like 10, just a 10, I would take a silver Sharpie and add an extra 0 so it says 100, and then either people think they're like, oh, those were $100 somewhere, or their brain is just like, that's weird. This is Patrizia by Spring Step. I've never sold this line, Patrizia, but I have sold Spring Step, and I actually think Spring Step is a line from another brand. I can't, maybe Naturalizer or something, I don't know. These don't feel like high quality, but since I've had luck selling Spring Step, I decided to try them out, and they're actually in really good condition. They don't look like they've been worn. They're size 10, again, another sandal spring summer shoe, but I'll get my boots listed first and then start listing this stuff if I don't have any more boots to list. These were $15 and they never sold. So I originally grabbed these for buy, sell, trade. Like when I saw them, I'm like, oh yeah, buy, sell, trade, I'll take those. But then I was like, wait, I can probably sell these. And the funny thing is I watched The Grateful Queen on YouTube, and if you like BINS hauls and you don't watch her, you should definitely check out The Grateful Queen. Her BINS hauls are better than my BINS hauls. So watch her videos. Anyway, she's talking about regionally. She's like, oh, I find so much boho stuff, and do you find boho stuff? And I just commented on her video and I was like, yeah, no, I don't find boho stuff, but I find these brands like Sorel and Minnetonka is like being in the Chicago area, she's like, I don't find those brands. It's funny how regional like brands are. Anyway, one brand I didn't comment is I find so many Sperry's all the time, and I'm especially in the bins, like multiple pairs of Sperry's, and unfortunately Sperry's just don't sell that well for me. So I like the boat shoes especially don't pick them up. Sometimes I pick up the funkier styles, but I find them all the time and they don't sell. So what is going on, people of Chicago and the Midwest? Why are you wearing Sperry's but not buying them secondhand is what I want to know. Anyway, I figured I would give the kids Sperry's a try, and they're in good condition. I will probably just take a magic eraser like to the toes there and make them look a little nicer. That was a very long story about these baby Sperry's that will probably only sell for 10 to 15. Another pair of kid shoes my sister grabbed. They're these kids Pumas, and they do have some scuffing on the toe. But other than that, like, I mean, some fading. That's a funny way to show you. Some fading on the Puma logo, but they're in relatively good condition. So maybe I can get 10 to 15 on these guys. Probably another shoe I would have passed on. And again, I just don't know if Buffalo Exchange would not take these. I don't know if my Once Upon a Child would take these because of the wear. I'm actually, maybe next time I'm in there, gonna go through their shoes and just check the condition of the shoes they take, so I know whether to take them more. I don't want to say like beat up, because I wouldn't consider these like beat up, just cosmetic flaws. Okay, I found this pair of Birkenstocks, and this is a pair a lot of people probably would have passed on because this heel is very worn down. This one is not as worn down, so it's interesting to see how people wear their shoes out. It is literally on the cork, but these will still sell. That's the only part that's actually really worn, is that one heel. Now, since they are pretty worn on that one heel, they're probably only gonna sell for $15, but that's still like a $11 profit, and they'll probably sell relatively quickly. I did actually try these on, but they're a size too big for me, so they will be sold for $15. My sister found these shoes for me. They're Mini Melissa's, which is a pretty good shoe brand to know. I think you can often get like 20 bucks for a good pair of Mini Melissa's. These ones are very dirty, so I will clean them up with a magic eraser, but I don't actually know how clean they'll get, and they do have like a pink mark on the inside here. So depending on how clean I can get them, I think I'll sell them for $10 to like $16. If you know, Mini Melissa has like an artificial cherry smell. As dirty as those ones are, I can still smell that artificial cherry smell. Another pair of kids shoes my sister grabbed. I'd never heard of this brand before. It is Morgan and Milo. Here is it on the heel, and then on the inside. These are very clean. Like, someone probably bought them for their kid and they hated them for whatever reason, so they never wore them. I did check comps. There were not a whole lot on the shoe, but they did seem like they were worth selling at a BINS price of $1.35. So I'm hoping I can get like 15 to 20 for these, but I don't actually really remember comps. And it looks like these were priced at $7 in the thrift store. I could not read the brand on these, but I was like literally heading to checkout and I just saw these sitting and I was like, oh, those look like a really good quality shoe. So let me show you the brand. And funny thing is, I'm assuming these came from Last Chance or Nordstrom Rack, but I do find Last Chance shoes at the bins I go to because like I'm in the Last Chance area, and those people donate Last Chance things, and those Last Chance things go to Goodwill, and then those things at Goodwill that don't sell go to the bins, and you know the process. So anyway, I'm assuming these are from Last Chance because of this rectangle sticker. This is exactly how Last Chance would price something, like, and those, that they're so sticky. There's always sticky residue. Anyway, this is the brand. If you can see, I could not see it. I was like, I cannot make that out. It's Betty, Betty Mueller, maybe? I remember looking it up when I got home because I didn't have time at the bins. I was just like going off of a really nice quality suede. Let's see if I can show you the interior better of the brand. Anyway, long story to say, this is not necessarily a bolo. I don't think it was a bad choice to pick these up at $1.35. Cost a good, but I don't think I'll get much more than 25 for them. I think they're sold at Nordstrom, which would make sense if they were from Last Chance, but the retail is only like $85 to $100. And I say only, my stuff fell. I say only, like, if you're buying yourself a pair of new shoes, retail at $85, that's expensive. But resale value, you think you're gonna get like used less than like 65% of that or less, like that's not much resale after Poshmark takes their fees and cost of goods. So that's why I like to be above like $100 retail on items I resell. This is Dolce Vita. Well, I'll show you the logo in a second because I do my little spiel in every video. So these are just like a cork heel, and I feel like I've sold these before now that I'm looking at them. I don't know though. Anyway, they do need to take like a lighter to these little threads and burn them off. And also I might glue down the footbed as well because it's popping up a little bit. So these are actually probably more work than they're worth. My pile just fell. Anyway, I do this in every single video and today is no different. I explained the Dolce Vita logos to you. So there are 3. There is DV. It doesn't say this. It's a box and it just says DV. Those are the ones that are sold at Target. Then there's a box that has DV and it says Dolce Vita underneath. That is like the mid-tier line. DSW, sometimes like Nordstrom department stores. And then this is the highest end line where there's no DV. It just says Dolce Vita. They generally are made with like the best materials. They just feel nicer. Sold at like Anthropologie and Nordstrom. So I like to stick to the Dolce Vita and the DV Dolce Vita. I pretty much never pick up the Target DV, which do they even sell that anymore? I feel like I haven't seen it in a while thrifting. I say thrifting because I just don't look at retail clothing. So these I'm thinking I can get $25 for, which, you know, I'm gonna have to put in like 10 minutes of work to these. Like I'm gonna have to wait for the glue to dry. So I probably could have left these behind, but I didn't. Hey guys, it's Editing Riley and I'm popping in to let you know this is the end of the video. I have like a whole nother half hour of footage of me just going through shoes. So that video will be its own BINS haul of just shoes coming in the next few weeks. So keep your eye out for that if that's something you'd like to watch. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like reseller content, feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and I will be back soon with another video. Goodbye.